team call reaction. This one's to Young Living this time. I'm sorry if you guys might have noticed that I deleted a recent video I uploaded today. I was having issues with it, so I decided to just delete it and start over. We're just gonna go with the the two that I have coming. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to get the hang of all this and to give you the best content available and not give a half-ass job, basically. So I just want to tell you guys that I'm sorry, that I'm not trying to, like, do that to confuse you. But, we are going to be listening to a Zoom call by 3 Young Living reps. They're currently talking about, I think this was recent. Yes, it's September 24th, so it must have been this year that they're talking about pregnancy, postpartum, and another one. So we're gonna get into that. It may be a bit, honestly, was triggering for me because I have 2 daughters, so like to hear what they're talking about, it really irked me how they were very nonchalant about it. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna listen to some Young Living oily people. Ugh.
Hello, you guys. Okay, so I am waiting for. Awesome. Hi, Kaylee. Okay, I'm gonna invite you. All right. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Lincoln. Hello, you guys. Okay. I am going to. Okay. All right, guys. I'm inviting. There we go. There's Christina. Okay. Yay! It's working.
Hey, I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm huffing my Hello, you guys. All right. Yay! Okay, so for everyone hopping on, hi, Michaela. Okay, we are going to be talking all things from conceiving baby to after having baby, all tips and tricks. This class is going to be kind of a brief overview of each topic. So pre-baby, pregnancy, and then postpartum. And then at the end, I'll give you guys more details because we're going to kind of break it down for further information, which is so much fun. Is that Ningxia?
Oh. It is.
Yeah. Okay.
I got it late today, but I got it in still.
Hey, you got it in. That's perfect for you and that baby. Okay. All right, guys. So Kayla's going to start us off with all things hormones and pre-baby conception, all that stuff. So take it away.
Hi, guys. So first of all, we are so excited. All 3 of us are at different stages of this journey. So for me, I am trying to conceive. For Christina, she is pregnant. And then for Lindsay, she is postpartum. So we are in different stages. I've actually walked through all 3 stages with Young Living and with these essential oils in my pocket. So that's been super cool and super awesome. But for today, I'm going to be talking about the conception side. I do want to preface this that like we're not doctors. We're not claiming to be doctors. We don't.
I'm so glad that they prefaced this because I did hear this video a while back when I recorded it, and I'm glad that they did because most Young Living people, it seems, act like they are well versed in all things medical when they don't. And sorry, the setup is still not perfect. I'm getting there with learning. I'm still trying to figure out how to display things better and record, so as I get better, you will see it.
We're not making medical claims at all. We're just sharing our personal experiences with these products, and we just want to share that because hopefully that could help someone. But if you have any concerns or any questions, definitely talk to your doctor. Also, I know we're talking about pregnancy, so I know this can be a little bit of a trigger for some people, and I just want you to know that our hearts are with you if you're dealing with trying to conceive and it's not working, it's not, you know, you're having trouble, like, I just want you to know that our hearts are with you, and I pray every single day for people who walk that journey, because it's such a lonely journey, and so I just want to acknowledge that before we get started. With that being said, when you're trying to conceive, when you're in that stage of life, when you're ready to try to conceive, my biggest thing when I talk to people about this is, well, there's a couple things. First of all, making sure you know your cycle. That is such a big part. Obviously, you have to know your cycle because there's a specific time during your cycle when you ovulate, and when you ovulate is when you conceive. So being able to pinpoint that time is so crucial. And I have a little tip. I mean, you may not know this, maybe you do, I don't know. But what I do is I get these ovulation strips on Amazon. And nobody's cycle is the same. Some people will ovulate sooner than others. Some people ovulate late. So it's really important to kind of know when your ovulation period is. So I was given this advice, and I give this advice to anyone who is in this season of life, to buy these on Amazon. They are $11.75. It comes with 40 ovulation strips and 10 pregnancy tests. The pregnancy tests are blue. And every single morning for 30 days, pee on a stick. And so that you can see like when your ovulation happens, because if you track your cycle on an app, which if you're trying to conceive, I do recommend doing that too, so you can get an idea. You could be a little off from what the app tells you, because obviously the app doesn't know your body. It's predicting a period of time. So making sure that you start from day one of your cycle and then all the way for 30 days, I recommend doing an ovulation strip. And so you can really pinpoint when you're ovulating. I know for myself, I ovulate a little late. And so that was really important for me to know. So when we're trying to conceive, that we know, when the ovulation period is. So I really recommend these. That's not a Young Living product, but it is, I feel like, super important to share. And so the next thing is making sure your hormones are in check. This is super crucial because your hormones play a really big part in your mood, with trying to conceive, with all of the things in women's lives, your period, all of those things. If you have a heavy period, or you cramp a lot, or you have really like bad mood swings, I want you to know that those things are common, but those things are not normal. Okay, so really trying to get to the root cause of those problems instead of like masking them is really crucial, so that you can conceive and have a little baby. So I have this chart, and you can reach out to any of us. I sent it to everyone, so they have it too. And this is a chart I love to follow for my hormones. And I use these essential oils. There's 5 of them. And so for every single day of your cycle, you're going to use an oil. Well, I use an oil called Progessence Plus. So that's the little pink dot you can see all the way around. So the pink dot is for Progessence Plus, and it has like a little key down here. So you're going to apply Progessence Plus to your forearms or ankles. And I love to put a little roller top on mine because it's just so much easier to apply. And so I just take it and I'll just like roll it on my forearms like this, rub my wrists together, and go about my day. And so you're going to do that every single day of your cycle. You're going to do the Progessence Plus. And then on days 12 through 27, which is right here, 12 through, let's see, the stats are here. So 12 through 27, right? Yes, the purple dots are right there. That's when you're going to use either Clary Sage, Sclerescence, Lady Sclero, or Dragon Time. I choose to use Dragon Time. I find that this one works the best for me personally. So Dragon Time was formulated for that time when you're just, maybe
like who came up with Dragon? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who came up with that?
Yeah. And so during this time,
I am still listening. I got distracted real quick. But yes, I find this part interesting that they're talking about certain types of oils or certain things about the conception aspect. And the Ningxia drink she's drinking is not a good thing to do, especially while pregnant, because like they have been known to have essential oils in them, and you're not supposed to drink that stuff. It's not supposed to be ingested. Like even I have a oil diffuser, and I like it just for the smell. So yeah, I don't get this. I don't like this tactic at all that they're doing.
Your I'm sorry, let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna use the clary sage, dragon time, sclerosis, or lady scarlet through 8 through 11, and that's when you have low estrogen and progesterone. So that's what you're gonna be using those to support your body during that period of time. And that's what when you have that low estrogen and progesterone, your body is being reactive to that, and it can cause like bad mood swings. It can cause, PMS is such a real thing. So if you have PMS, like it's probably because you have really low estrogen and progesterone and all that. So that's why you use that one then. And then for thyroid support, you're going to use either myrrh, myrtle, lemongrass, or Indiflex. And that one's only for 2 days during.
Oh, she froze a little bit.
Oh, and I freeze. Oh no.
Okay, you're back.
Okay.
That's so weird. I could hear y'all a bit. Okay. So you're gonna use one of those only 2 times in your 2 days out of your cycle. I choose to use Indiflex, and what you're gonna do is I just roll this right onto my neck, like where my thyroid is, and then there's 2 days. Those same 2 days is for pituitary, your pituitary support. And so you're going to apply either frankincense, cedarwood, or lavender to your brainstem. I choose to use lavender, and so I just apply that right to my brainstem right there. And then the last one is testosterone. You're going to either inhale or dab on ankles, either mister or goldenrod. I choose to use mister. So that's just this 1 day here. And I'm sorry, the thyroid support you're also going to use on that day too. But this chart is super easy because it's really self-explanatory. You can keep this by your bathroom sink, so when you wake up in the morning, just do whichever day it is. And also by tracking your ovulation too, you can really pinpoint how your cycle is, if your cycle is long, if your cycle is short, and all of that, and then that plays in with this. So I love that chart. I would be happy to share it with you if you need it, or any of the ladies here can share it with you. The next thing I'm going to talk about is ditching and switching your products. This plays such a crucial role in fertility in general because, okay, how do I put this? Most laundry detergents that you buy from the grocery store have ingredients in them that you can look up for yourself. And I encourage you, if you have laundry detergent that you use from a grocery store, I encourage you to turn that bottle over and read the ingredients and look up each ingredient so you can really see what's in it. Things like SLS, parabens, fragrances, all those things are linked to infertility. And so
I feel like that's a little bit of a health claim. I don't think that's a good thing to make or assume that young living is stopping that in some way. I feel it's a bit questionable.
I have actually a personal friend who was, when I first started with Young Living like 4 years ago, I think it was like when I first started like 4 years ago, she was trying to conceive, and I was just talking to her about switching her products out, and she researched her laundry detergent she had, and she messaged me and she's like, oh my gosh, Kaylee, literally the first ingredient that I searched for says that it causes infertility or can cause infertility. And she was dealing with infertility for 2 years. And so she's
Okay, well, since they brought this up, and I've watched this video many times, I'm curious, and I'm going to look it up real quick on my phone to see if laundry detergents can be linked to infertility. Can ingredients in laundry detergent be linked to infertility? I found these results. Right, the only thing I really could read right now was the fact that it said laundry detergent. Laundry detergent has the possibility to be heavy with chemicals and toxins. Give plant-based detergents a shot and see how your skin will thank you. Not really an answer.
Switched to Thieves laundry detergent, and a month later, they were at a fertility specialist about to like go to the next step, and found that they were pregnant. And so it was so cool and so crazy. And I mean, was it switching to laundry detergent? Maybe, maybe not. But I don't know. For me, that was such a God thing, and so cool. It's such a testament to really learning about the products you're using and switching them from your house. And on that topic too, Thieves Cleaner is, so the laundry detergent is the Thieves laundry detergent. This is what I recommend. I actually use this for my daughter's laundry too, so it's so safe for babies. The ingredients are plant-based, they're so pure, and there's nothing yucky in them. There's nothing hidden in them, so you'll never like down the road be like, oh my gosh, I was using that and found out it has this bad stuff in it. That will never be the case because of Young Living's transparency with their products and their ingredients. And then the next thing that's super easy to switch is your household cleaner, and well, all of your cleaners. I have switched every single cleaner under my sink with the Thieves household cleaner. This is such an awesome product, just like $23.50, I think. So literally for $25, let's include the tax there. For $25, you can have a spray bottle, and so you literally just fill a cap of this, put it in that spray bottle that Christina has, and fill it with water, and that's your cleaner. It will clean.
I mean, I get they're not far off from the idea and the possibility to help with infertility in such ways of changing your household cleaners or even just cutting back on certain things when you're trying to conceive. I get that for my own struggles. But Young Living stuff is so expensive. Like, that's not helping you financially if you're trying to have a kid. Like, I'm just saying, in my own opinion, like, that just seems irresponsible.
Every surface of your home. It will clean wood floors. It will clean your furniture, like your couches or your countertops, your microwave, your stove. It will clean out poop stains. I've been there. I'm a mom. Like, all the poop, right? And so it will clean out the craziest, especially like newborn poop. I use the Thieves Cleaner to clean out, because babies have diaper explosions, and they have like that yellow poop when they're newborns. It's actually
something to look forward to, I'm sure.
Yeah, it doesn't really stink, but it does leave a big old mess. And so I have gotten so many yellow poop stains out of baby clothes with the Thieves Cleaner. It has been crazy. So, I mean, this will literally replace every single cleaner under your cabinet for $25. And this bottle will last you like 6 months. I mean, typically a bottle like this lasts me for 6 months. And I clean everything with this. I even clean my car with it. So we even put it in our windshield wiper fluid reservoir, and like we use this thing for everything. So it is such a great product. So just switching these two things out and starting to switch your toxic things in your home, and making it a conscious effort to get rid of those toxic products is a very crucial part in infertility. And there's also, I just want to point out too, when if anybody has dealt with infertility and if you go to a fertility specialist or clinic or whatever, they will ask you not to wear perfume because perfume is known to cause infertility. So that is such an eye-opening thing, that when you go to a fertility clinic and to get fertility treatment, you are not allowed to wear perfume. So that should be eye-opening enough. If you are not allowed to wear perfume at those places, you probably shouldn't be wearing them everywhere. And so for me, I use essential oils as my perfume, and like I have highest potential here. That's a great one for perfume. But like literally, you can just put it on some frankincense or stress away or whatever have you. Like those are great things. So the diffuser, obviously, that's a great one too. Is to get rid of all of those toxic things like candles and things that have really yucky ingredients that are linked to infertility. So,
I just think it's funny that she's like, yeah, I get rid of perfume and candles so you can buy my yucks. Yeah, that seems a little like you're manipulating to get people to buy stuff from you. Possibly. I'm not saying everything she says is wrong, but it just seems a little manipulative.
Oh, and also Ningxia Red. We're all three probably have talked about this. If you are living and breathing, no matter if you're trying to conceive or not, or no matter if you're pregnant or just gave birth, like if you are walking and breathing, you need Ningxia Red in your life. It is amazing. Me, my husband, and my daughter all drink this every single day, and it is just so good. So those are all the things I'm covering for conception.
So much information. I swear, I wish we would have known each other, when I was going through my preconception stages, because I did not know like half the stuff you're talking about. I mean, obviously, like I've switched over to Thieves Cleaner, like total love this freaking cleaner for everything. And also, I did share with these girls too, like use Luscious Lemon with it. I don't know if you've tried it already, but it smells so freaking good. But anyway, so I will be talking about during pregnancy. So currently I am 2 months pregnant. Oh, not 2 months, sorry, 5 months. I was thinking 22 weeks. Sorry, mom brain, I think, or pregnant brain. That's the thing. So for me, this is my first pregnancy, but also my first time using oils and like Young Living things and just really learning about like all the steps and like what would help your body like easily conceive or go through that process. And even it also like doing that preconception stages also helps Joe, like my husband, with his like hormones and things like that, because it does work both ways for girls and for guys, because yes, they do have hormones too, and they also can be affected by like fragrance and formaldehyde, SLS. There's all these different things that I had no idea that I was wreaking havoc on my body the entire time. So fun stuff learning about that. But I'm going to share a few products that are like my go-tos now. I've been able to research. There's a few books that I could also share with you. So that way it can help guide you in, figuring out what works best for you, because everyone is different. And especially when you're pregnant, a lot of things change, right? So our sense of smell changes. Our immune system is different, because we're cooking this baby and all that good stuff. So during the first trimester for myself, I did struggle with morning sickness. And I think it was due to a few different things. I was a little bit mineral deficient, so that didn't really help me. So I did use mineral essence from Young Living. I don't have the bottle with me because I left it in the fridge. But so I just would use that, and I would actually use it in my Ningxia. Ningxia, I have nonstop been using like 2 ounces, and it comes in these nifty little like pouches that you can take with you on the go. And sometimes I would take like 2 of them. I mean, it's nothing but goodness for you. Like Ningxia Red, so good for you. High antioxidant, like just all the vitamins that, and like.
Yeah, when it comes to the Ningxia stuff, I have so many questions because I know Savannah Marie did a whole video on this, which is also why, another creator I like got me into doing this. But she shared how this stuff is like so crazy, and I get that because I wonder too, like what is all in it that you're ingesting? Like the fact that I know it has essential oils in it, and apparently they prize it to be like this this major healthy drink is beyond me. Like, it's just sounds risky.
Like, it's really good too. Like, mix it with some lemonade. Bomb cocktail. Mocktail, sorry. Don't drink. But anyway, so some of the oils that really helped me for my morning sickness was peppermint. And while you're pregnant, I highly suggest that you dilute. So I had a little bit left in here, and then I just filled the rest of it with a carrier oil and then just put a roller top on it. So that way it's like super easy to just take it apart, rub it on, and then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then the second oil that I was using was Aroma Ease. I use it so often because I still kind of get it every now and again. I cannot find it in my house. So I might have to order a new one, which is fine because might as well just have two, carry one in the purse, and then there you go. So those are two staples that I use for morning sickness. Moving on to how your body changes, because your belly gets big, other areas get big. I'm hoping mine stay where they are. But the products that I use for that are the coconut lime body butter. Now this smells really, really freaking good. And then I've been using Gentle Baby. I'll just use a little bit and then, rotate it around all around because I'm trying to prevent stretch marks, but if it happens, it happens. It's such as life. So that's what I use for my belly. And then there's so many emotions that happen to you while you're pregnant, right? So a few oils yeah, you're laughing, Lindsay, I know. So a few oils that I gravitate towards is the CBD Calm oil. I freaking love the way this one smells. I used it so much beforehand, and then I continue to use it after the fact. And then I also use Valor. Valor is so great to help with all the big emotions. And then also, fun fact, I'm actually going to be going to...
Yeah, sorry about that. It sounded like she was making another claim to, like, the oils helping cure almost, like, any anxiety or stress, which, like, yes, it can help calm you in a way, but it can't take it away. So, like, I don't know, it just sounded questionable when she said it like that.
A chiropractor specifically that specializes in pregnancy. So while I was researching like a little bit about, doing the chiropractor, and then also like how I could use oils to incorporate and make my experience like that much better, they actually recommend to use Valor. So I'm going to test this baby out, and then I'll report back to you guys to let you know how it works for me. So yeah, so those are a few of the ones, and then also sleep. Okay. Now, when you're pregnant, ladies, you pee a lot. Okay. There's no stopping that. There's no stopping the pressure, so I've been waking up like 3 or 4 times a night. And sometimes it's hard for me to go back to sleep. So I've been using Tranquil. And what's really good about Tranquil is these are the pre-filled rollers, just like Valor. And like it's already diluted with the oils that are really good for sleep. So this one in particular has cedarwood, lavender, and then Roman chamomile, and all safe for you and the baby. So these are the ones that I use, and I swear, Tranquil, I used it before I was pregnant, and I will probably use it till the day I die because this is freaking so good for sleep. And it's pre-made. I mean, you could make it yourself, no big deal. But those are the ones that I really gravitate towards while I'm in this journey of being pregnant. So yeah, that's all I got so far. And like as I learn new things, then I'll probably go to Lindsay and Kaylee for advice on certain items. But yeah, so that's everything I got. And I'll toss it over to Lindsay so she can finish off with postpartum.
Yes. Oh, that was so good. It's so funny because like I've been through these stages too, but it's listening to you guys, I'm learning so much, just like you were saying. Oh my word. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, we're going to be diving deeper into each one of these because all of us had the hardest time keeping it minimal, so this wasn't like a 3-hour class. But we're going to break it down for you guys. more into detail later on. But anyways, so gosh, where do I start? So I'm going to touch on the topics that were already brought up. A couple of the products I forgot to bring up here. So Valor that Christina talked about, when it comes to birth, I attempted a home birth for my second baby. My first baby was a C-section, but no matter what kind of birth you guys have, Valor is going to help you with your emotions and help you stay focused, because birthing a baby is one of the biggest blessings, but one of the most craziest, sometimes traumatic experiences. It is an emotional roller coaster from prior to getting pregnant to during pregnancy to afterwards. So, but for birth, you want Valor. You definitely want Valor.
Good to know.
Yes.
I should take notes.
Yeah, I know, right? That's exactly what I should have done too. That's what I was thinking. A couple other oils that were talked about was Gentle Baby. So Gentle Baby for postpartum. There's a video that is floating around somewhere on the internet about mom put this under her baby's nose, and her baby was screaming like unconsolable, and this completely calmed the baby down and brought the baby.
That sounds like a health claim. I don't think you're allowed to do that. And also, don't be putting oils underneath your children's nose.
Back to being able to just be chill. I don't remember the whole story, but it is amazing to see how this oil worked on that little baby, because sometimes, you guys, I hope none of this scares anybody who goes into postpartum, but real talk, like, I wish I would have known these things. There's something called purple crying when your baby's like, I think it's like 6 to 10 weeks. It can be different. But usually I think it's around 6 to 10 weeks. And it's just your baby is going through so many changes. They went from like being cooped up in your safe belly to being out in the world. And it's a hard transition for them. But also just all the development changes that happen. And it's really hard to console your baby. And as a mom who has a hard time consoling your baby, it's really hard, especially as a new mom. So it's a whole thing. But Gentle Baby is such an amazing blend to help connect mother and baby and also keep all the calm between both of you guys. Progessence Plus. So the minute I had, for my first pregnancy, I had barely started using oils. So I'm referencing my second pregnancy with all of this experience. So Pro Plus. Pro Plus was a lifesaver. And to this day, I know when I'm not using it consistently, and I know when I am, because you guys, there's this thing that happens in postpartum. And basically, when you birth your baby, you birth a new you too. And there's an incredible change that goes on with your hormones and what's in your brain. And what happens is you lose all of your GABA. And so basically what happens is, instead of looking at this little cute kitten, you see a tiger in everything that you do. And so controlling and doing everything that you can to support your hormones is so crucial, because if you're not, there's things, like lots of things that can happen. Postpartum rage is a big deal. I had that with both my kids, and I feel really bad for everyone who lives with me. It was intense.
I hope my husband's not watching.
I feel like that was a very big health claim, and I even looked it up real quick, because for that, it had nothing to do with postpartum. I mean, granted, I've gone through postpartum, and I somewhat deal with postpartum, but like, it's just, I'm not seeing what she's talking about, and if that's actually a thing. Okay, so she's not wrong, but it's just, but it's mainly to do with the fact, like, because you're in postpartum, you're dealing with a lot of anxiety and stress. from what I gathered from reading that. You can look it up yourself. You can double check me. Let me know in the comments. But like, it just, it's still not good to do health claims that these essential oils are gonna help you like get rid of them in some way.
That's why oils literally like everyone could tell when I was taking care of myself and when I wasn't. And as a new mom, it's really hard to do those things. So having these tools, making it as easy as possible is seriously so crucial. But postpartum depression, anxiety, all those things are so, they happen, and it's okay that they happen. You just have to know, like, before having my baby, I was like, will I get postpartum depression? Maybe I won't. I thought it was like an option, and I don't really think, like, there's deeper levels of it for sure. But the changes that go on in your brain and your hormones, it's normal to feel those things. But it's what you do about them is what's like super key. So having these tools is just so important. So the next thing that everyone talked about is Ningxia. Oh my word. Okay. I lost my love for coffee when I was pregnant. And Ningxia is the only thing that got me through. But postpartum, Ningxia was so amazing. Chasing a toddler with a newborn was hard. was hard. I mean, I think it might have been an easier transition than becoming a new mom, but it was still hard. It's all, it all has its battles. And just keeping my energy levels up was really important. But also, it was a huge help in containing or boosting my milk supply, which was really important to me. I have exclusively breastfed my second baby the whole.
That's a health claim. Not supposed to do that. Saying that that drink will boost that in any way, like, will help get that up and going. Like, granted, I don't want to know what's in that drink, nor do I think it's a healthy thing to ingest because it has essential oils in it. But the fact that she's saying it boosts her milk supply is irritating.
I mean, this whole time, and that was, I mean, mind blowing because I didn't even get that opportunity with my first. It was such a struggle, and I've got to give the products I'm using some credit because Ningxia was a huge lifesaver in that department. And also when it came to postpartum hair loss, which is so real, you guys, so real. But I am amazed to see. I would show you my hair, but it's really gross right now. That's why I have a hat on. But I'm amazed to see like the baby hairs that are as grown as they are. She's almost a year. And I know lots of moms who have kids like almost 2 years who are still struggling with growth in their hair, which is crazy. So the other tool that I use for growing, like helping with hair loss and or helping with hair growth is sulfurzyme, which I could talk about this supplement all day long. All day long. There's amazing things. For the class that we have, I think this could apply to every stage of pregnancy. So I think we're going to go deeper into it then. But regardless, this is amazing for hair, skin, nails, for inflammation. It's a probiotic, prebiotic. It's great for your gut health, you guys. This is gold. And this is the powder. And so mixing this with Ningxia and some lime or grapefruit or vitality.
Anyone else notice in the background how they always say, oh, we don't keep inventory? There's one that you can see right now, one hun. Actually, possibly the one on the bottom. From my view, it's the bottom left. Looks like she has inventory too. Please tell me again how you guys are not the customers? Because I'm kind of thinking you are.
Drops. It is so good. So good. Oh, also something about Ningxia. Christina, this might be, I'm not sure what books you have, but there's a Gentle Babies book. There's quite a few books. But in there is a recipe for Labor Aid. So Labor Aid is kind of like Gatorade, but without all the, high sugar levels and some of the crap that can be in there. But basically, it's Ningxia, coconut water, lemon juice, and it's an incredible concoction that totally helped hydrate me back because what you're doing when birthing a baby is literally running a marathon. It's an incredible amount of energy exertion on your body. I mean,
You're really selling it. You're really selling it.
yeah, I'm so sorry. It's an amazing thing. It totally is.
You're going to lose your hair. You're going to freak out.
I know. When I was getting my products together, I was like, gosh, I hope I don't scare anybody. Because that's not my intention. But like these like there
things
is
that happen, you know, and people
Yeah.
and I so wish I would have known half of these things. Like I so wish I would have known. So my intention is not to scare anybody at all, but my intention is to have the
There's
tools.
no turning back. You know, there's no turning back.
Exactly. You've got to come out. But yeah, so onto the last oil that you really need is Stress Away, you guys. Stress Away is, oh my gosh, this is so helpful for keeping emotions at bay. Between that, Valor, and Gentle Baby, these are must-haves. But onto the last piece of this. So CBD Muscle Rub, which was one thing I left downstairs, was incredible because when you're breastfeeding, there's some weird positions you end up in. And you're like, I'm not even sure how that happened, but my back hurts. My back hurts a lot. But also, it's just, you know, your body goes through so many changes. And CBD Muscle Rub was a huge, huge help in that department when it came to controlling the pain. The last thing, again, I hope I don't scare you.
Oops. Oh, almost lost my spot.
Deeper levels of it for sure.
There's no turning back.
Something that's majorly common in pregnancy and postpartum is hemorrhoids, which are
Sorry, guys.
not fun and they are painful. So when it comes down to anything to deal with any kind of private area pain or tears, oh my gosh, if you want to prevent tears, you want Clariderm. So I have a friend who birthed her baby at home, 10-pound baby, no tearing. She started using this, I believe, at 36 weeks. This is when I started using it. I had an 8-pound, 7-ounce baby, no tearing, which was incredible. I had the stories behind Clariderm, you guys, are literally mind-blowing.
I think that's a health claim again. You need to stop doing that. I don't also want to even imagine putting that down there. That sounds sketchy. No.
A book called Ida May, which is all about childbirth stories, and it talks about I think it's Ida May references maybe Clariderm, or maybe it's one of the books, Gentle Babies maybe, or there's one other one. Anyways, one of the books references Clariderm and the mom's using it, and it is incredible, the stories about not using it to using it. So if you are about to have a baby, you need this. And I believe you start using it at 36 weeks. Consult your midwife or whoever about it. But also Tender Tush. Whoops, that's backwards. Tender Tush was incredible for dealing with all of the transitions. I ended up going through prolapse, which was that's a whole nother series of education. Definitely something you guys want to know about, though. But there's just a lot of changes that happen to your body when you have a baby, and it's all okay. None of it's scary, but it's honestly, the part is you just need to be prepared and have the tools to help you. So that is all I have to say. I hope that was nothing but helpful for you guys. And I think we're going to talk about, so we have to figure out how we're going to break it down, but we are going to start doing a full series on each of these, plus baby and oils, potentially even, like I said, I would really like to educate you guys on prolapse if you're interested. Prolapse is not talked about enough. It's part of postpartum. And it's something I wish I would have known about. So this is a series I believe we're going to start at the beginning of October. And if any of you guys want to know about it, you can reach out to any of us. We'll be talking about it, I'm sure, on our stories and all that stuff. But other than that, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys learned something.
Kaylee had one more thing to say.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, I was going to say for the Clariderm, I had all the intentions of having a natural birth, and then that wasn't my story. So I ended up having a C-section, and even though I did prepare my lady parts with Clariderm at 36 weeks, I ended up using the Clariderm for my C-section scar, and it was so helpful for the healing. I actually got my my staples out I think 4 days early because it just looked so good and so like it was just so good. So
That's incredible.
Super helpful. And then one more thing, just because this is such a cool story, I drank my entire pregnancy, and when I tell you I drank Ningxia my entire pregnancy, I drank it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I did not hold back. I drank the crap out of it. And I mean, I even on New I poured some Ningxia in a champagne flute, and I was sipping on some Ningxia champagne flute. And I went almost 42 weeks when I had my daughter. I was 41 and 5, so 41 weeks and 5 days, so almost 42 weeks. And my placenta, you guys, was so freaking beautiful. It only had
Another health claim. I don't like that they're pressing this whole Ningxia drink. It just is not a good idea. But I'm going to stop it here since there's not a whole lot left to this video. And to tell you guys that I appreciate you guys coming back. Please like and subscribe, comment down below. I know I'm still getting used to the setup of how to make these videos. Sorry, I keep looking over to make sure my daughter's still asleep. But I appreciate any criticisms. I understand, I'm getting better with the handling of them. But, this is just another topic that I just don't like handling. Dealing with MLMs and the fact that they're so predatory because it seems like the girl that is currently pregnant was probably preyed on by both of them at one point, or one of them, I don't know. So, for me, it's just hard to see that as a mom as well. I just I don't like seeing that. So, that is all for now, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye.